always like to start with looking at the flag of Greenland and Canada and the United States. I will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. And woohoo, we kept the republic. Benjamin Franklin said we have a republic and we can keep it. And we kept it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for Trump. So, just want to give a couple of shout outs to our board. We have Margaret Powers, Steve Hurley. We have Rob Rose in the house. Woohoo. Dina Tamara. Paul King, Tom Sullivan, Maureen Zembrecki, and a new member of the board, Kathy O'Connor. So thank you for all that you do for helping us out. And of course, we have our volunteers. We have quite a crew. Tom Sullivan also. He's like, did I not say Tom? I'm sorry, Tom. So we have quite a crew at the t-shirt table. We have Jack, James, and Billy. They're working hard. They've been helping us out. We have Suzanne and Catherine at the check-in. So thank you so much to everybody who helps us make this happen. We're selling the t-shirts. Special Curtis t-shirt for $30. It's up front. Can't wait for him to see it. So he's on his way, and he'll be here shortly. But so we got the club up to 350 members and counting. And we're very happy about that. We got to make it up to 500. So, and we just added about 20 new young Republicans, and they have their reserve table in the back, and we're very happy that they're here. So we're trying to encourage the new young Republicans because they are the future. Somebody needs to take this over and keep it going and keep the American values going well into the future. So it's been 250 years, we got to keep it going another 250. So shout out to the young Republicans. Okay, so we're also doing membership, $25 and $40 for a couple. T-shirts, see I did have it in there. Okay, but we can always use help. If anybody wants to help, volunteer. This is what keeps the club going and makes it exciting and interesting. We're planning all kinds of events, Flag Day, something in the summer, I think a luau, and we have our winter holiday party, so a lot to look forward to. But now, so it has only been, I think, 15 days since President Trump was sworn in, and it feels like a year or two with all that he's accomplished. He's probably done more than Biden and Obama and all the people who tried to destroy the country, and Trump is helping us restore the country, and we're so happy to have that. And we're not tired of winning. We're gonna keep it on winning. So he went from the inauguration straight to his desk and started with the executive orders, and he hasn't stopped. Today he signed an executive order that will not allow men to play in women's sports. I think Leah Thompson had to give back all of his awards that should have gone to the women that actually won those races. So we're happy about that. And Trump had, I don't know, there must have been 50 young women in the White House today to help support him with signing that executive order. So, and what else did Trump do? He wasn't even in office for a week, and he went to North Carolina to our fellow Americans who were forgotten by the Biden administration after Hurricane Helene. And all of you stepped up for Hurricane Helene, and we did have a supply drive, and we sent down a truckload to North Carolina. But Biden forgot about them. Trump went there and said, we're gonna bring in the Army Corps of Engineers, and we're gonna build those roads and build those bridges so you can try and piece back your life again. And then if that wasn't enough for one day, they got back on the plane and flew to California. So I don't know if you got to see Governor Newsom standing on the tarmac waiting for the president to come down. He looked a little nervous. Did you see him? He was kind of like, you know, looking around all by himself. Nobody wanted to be near him because they destroyed California and ruined so many many people's lives. I feel so bad for the people of California. And Trump went in and he turned on the water, and all of a sudden now there's water in California. But we know what happened during the fires. It's just common sense. A lot of it's common sense. And so we're happy about that. And one other thing, okay, some of his executive orders were unleashing American energy. Lower the energy costs and all of our groceries and our gasoline and everything goes down in price and we can, start to live again. So it's the golden age is coming in. He restored freedom of speech. He withdrew from the World Health Organization. Thank goodness. The World Health Organization was getting ready to give us another pandemic and another round of mandates, and they want to keep us locked into our houses and, under the guise of the pandemics. What else did he do? He released the J6ers. There were people behind bars for years, and they hadn't even seen a judge or gone to trial, and they had health issues. Some committed suicide, and he released them all, and the liberals' heads all started exploding. But it was okay for the other side to burn down a few cities during the Summer of Love. We remember that story. Our friend Kara Castronova, she's been following J6ers. She was there when they were coming out of jail. She interviewed them. You probably saw some of it. Families finally being reunited. So that was another win. Winning. Trump withdrew from the Paris Accord for the second time because we were going to pay for everything and China wasn't going to pay for everything. So thank goodness for that. He also signed an executive order to protect children from chemical and surgical mutilation. So, amen to that. Thank you. And then today he banned men and women's sports, thank goodness. So it kind of said that right away he went after Greenland and Canada, the 51st and the 52nd states of the United States. And we might as well because we're pretty much subsidizing their economies as it is. I think Greenland needs us more than we need, we need Greenland for security, but that was amazing. And one of my favorite, everybody has new maps now for the Gulf of America. That's awesome. Exactly. And then even before Trump was sworn in, Floyd Bennett Field was closed. Now, we were all there. We were at the rallies. We wanted it closed. They closed it a little early, I guess, so that they could hide the people who were living there. But I think those tents, Mexico, I think, is putting up tents. If Eric Adams was smart, he would sell the tents in Floyd Bennett to Mexico, maybe make back some of our money. But I don't think he's that smart. So, but that was another win. So now we are deporting illegals. There are planes going to Gitmo with the worst of the worst illegals. Trump expanded Gitmo as his first term. I think he kind of knew what he was expanding it for. But we have great cabinet members now. So the U.S. Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, he's already been to the border. And Kristi Noem, she's already been to the border. It took at least 4 years for our last border czar, Kamala, to go somewhere near the border. But right away, the cabinet's there in the first week. So we're winning there too. And now, last couple of days, he's talking about sending the worst of the worst to El Salvador and putting them in prisons in El Salvador. Just, it makes better economic sense. Get them out of the country altogether. So winning there as well. So the trade war is back to Mexico and Canada. Not really a trade war, but a war on drugs. So we got to stop the fentanyl, we got to save our youth, make sure no more people are dying from fentanyl. And now the other big one this week that I love, USAID. Who would have thought about all that's been going on, all of that money under the guise of US aid, but really it's money laundering and, under the guise of helping foreign countries. But really, who's been helping themselves? But thank God for Elon Musk and Doge. They are getting to the bottom of it. We're finding out how all this money's been sent. millions of dollars all over the place. And Zelensky, he says he wants another 100 million to find out what happened to the 150 billion that he lost. Does that make sense? And we're all paying for it. It's coming right out of our pockets. And what else did Biden do? He hired 80,000 IRS agents to audit us, but we can't audit US aid. So I think they're getting fired as well. At least Trump's had a lot of practice firing people, so just gonna keep at it. So what has the left been doing? Their heads are exploding. Jeffries has come up with 10 steps to, fight Trump and all of his supporters. But it was a mandate. We said we wanted Trump and everything that he's doing, and we're very happy that he's in office. And what else is he doing? He's not taking a rest on Sunday. He's going to the Super Bowl. So I don't know if you're a Chiefs fan or what is it? EGLSES fan. Right? The mayor, she did a good job doing that little cheer, right? So a couple of things. I don't know if anybody has gotten this letter about be counted.
Oh, yep, I got it.
Throw it right out. Tell all your friends, throw it right out. So there's the second page right here, signs you up to become a Democrat and all your friends. And it says, oh yes, you can vote in the Democratic primary because the Republican primary doesn't count. It's time to make all of the Republican primaries or Republican races count. It's time for everybody to stand up, be a Republican, and vote your values. So yeah, throw this in the trash.